Show me all the cards you hold close to your chest. I'll take all the parts of you your loved ones detest. Find me, I'm inside your insides, it might help. In front of my eyes as I talk to myself. What's the point of a friend if you're on your own in the end? With you, with them, I'd go through it all again. I'd quite like to go home now. I'll make an attempt, knowing that I'll fuck it up. If only you would hold me in contempt, 'cause I don't want to interrupt. There's pretty ways to turn me down. What's the point of a friend if you're on your own in the end? With you, with them, I'd go through it all again. I'd quite like to go home now. I'd quite like a quiet life with no one asking how or why. I'd quite like to go home now.
Hello. What's up, chat? How are we doing today? Sorry I had to move my stream a couple hours forward. Oh. I think that was my chair squeaking. I thought I heard my cat meowing. Well, wait, let me make sure. I mean, he follows me, but I don't know if he has notifications on or off. Okay, I'll just message him. Okay. So today, we are continuing Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, if I remember last time, we... Oh! Monica Posey! Thank you for the follow! Thank you so much! Monica, isn't that... That's the name of someone in the game. Wait, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Okay. Let's get our thoughts together, actually. Let's just stop the music. Last time we worked with Yuri over the weekend on decorations for the festival. Let's... Flashbang. Sorry, guys. Let's do this. I'm here, can't really listen because I'm at work, but here in spirit. That's okay. Doki Doki Literature Club. There we go. Also, is the music too loud? I've been messing with the audio output capture. Might turn it down a bit, actually. Like, here. Put it here. Okay. Should show up in a moment. There we go. Wait for it to actually, I don't need it's already there. We're good. I almost went for a new game. Okay. I got my tea once again. So hopefully my throat doesn't fucking die. Now, which save was it? I think it was... I think it was this one. Yes. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. I don't like this. I already don't like this. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry. I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Should there be music? It feels... I mean, at least the sound's working. Worried. Let's see. Hey! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. It's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I feel like there should be music. I'm gonna write over this save. Main menu. Well, that music shows up. Maybe there isn't supposed to be music. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. Yeah, I was about to say. Sometimes it's hard for her to get out of bed. And I suddenly feel awful. knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Clay. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. Flip through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. One that I haven't read before. Oh my god! The percent. Oh my god. Part of me wonders if the music is bugged, because the sound is perfectly fine. I really hope it's not. I mean, the music works just fine in the main menu, but that's about it. Wait, there's more. Get out of my head a lot of times. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. The poem is never actually finished. Moving. Or I do best for you. Ah. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Clay? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? Should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. Not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. It's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. Don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. God, I'm scared. If I slowly open the door, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. Sayori? He really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? Not necessarily. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori! Wake up, dummy! No response. Really didn't want to have to enter her room. Oh, don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. Gently open the door. Hold on. Let me screenshot this. I don't know if it worked. Let me see if it actually worked, though. Because when I was trying to do thumbnails, or screenshots for thumbnails, I don't think it worked. Yeah, it's the... did the main menu screen for some reason. I don't know why. Oh god. Oh god. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to speak it into the universe, but I feel like in the next scene I'm gonna see her hanging from a rope. The lips are still open. Oh, top clips of all time. I just fucking into the universe. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. An exception has occurred. What does this mean? What does this mean? Oh, hate seeing that. How does it mean an exception has occurred? Line 3 is see traceback.txt for detail. What does that even mean? Well, I don't know what that means, so I'm just gonna keep going, I guess. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ear. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Realistically, if the feelings aren't there, why lie? That was my thought process. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. I just spent more time with her. Walked her to school. Gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something. Is it just gonna keep telling me shit like this? Until it until... I don't know. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Oh. And that's the end. Okay. What the hell? Oh, it looks like you witnessed something very unpleasant. Anyway, that's the problem above a bit. Just because I'm the club president doesn't mean I only know how to do... Wait, what? Hold on, what? I don't think I've gotten to that part of the game yet, Monica. What happens? I mean, this is the new game button. What happens if I press this? I'm going to go here. But I want to see what this is first. Gate! see it. Wait. It's like her... An ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hold on. Okay. I see that I have 4 viewers. I'm really hoping Sakta's one of them, because I have a feeling that Sakta wouldn't have wanted to miss me watching... No, actually, no. Let's not phrase it that way, actually. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Play? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Is the charger... Here it is. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. 1 second, I look away. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. That's Kiyuri and you. No Sayori. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? You always insist that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Clay. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Aha! Awesome! You're really sweet, Clay, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. That's different from I sold my soul for a cupcake. Or was it a cookie? I think it was cupcake. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. I don't like that there's no music here. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Okay. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. I knew this game was like dark and scary, but I didn't know there was gonna be jump scares. I got you. Huh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Why did it not glitch for her? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Clay. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki. Energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Clay in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Speaking of tea. Yeah, that would be great. Why did you come sit down, Clay? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. He carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Clay, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Huh. I can't skip this. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. This seems like most of the stuff I did already. I might just clear through it a bit. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her confident in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Well, that was definitely foreshadowing. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. What does the history button do? Ah, it's the dialogue. That makes sense. Well, that's a good mechanic, just in case you accidentally skipped over something. Real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. Do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them. Do you have any writing experience too? Maybe if you share some of your work. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence. Okay, I just got an idea. How about this? Quizzically, Monica, let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Clay? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I've bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Clay. Thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed, so if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Oh, I thought I unplugged my headphones. But that doesn't make sense, because how could I still hear from them? Right, okay, I've decided then, I'll join the literature club. Okay, this is the same dialogue. Be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all of this, I'd be super pissed. Clay, I'm so happy we can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. And I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Clay, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. How's this gonna... I've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read? Why would I not want to? A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. My dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere. There was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to joke at that moment. Oh, you're here now? I'm so sorry. I gently opened the door. I knew this game was dark, but I didn't know that there would be jump scares. Hold on. Let me see. You had that happen already? Yeah, I did. Let me I could see if I can go back in the VOD and where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Channel. No, 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 no. How do I go VOD? Putting me in mod. Stop putting me in mod view. It only gets worse from here. Oh, I'm sure. Where the hell? How do I get out? Let me go to my channel, please. Ah, here we go. Okay. Oh, wow. I went to the exact right moment, actually. Wait. All right, let me put this in another window. Share window capture. Let me show you what you missed. Hold on. Let me screenshot this. Because when I was trying to do thumbnails... Wait, hold on. I'm scared! I don't want to speak it into the universe, but I feel like in the next scene I'm gonna see her hanging from a rope. Wait, hold on. Can you see my oh, well, wait, oh my god, hold on. Wait. Let me move my... Do I need to move my camera? I don't think I do. I think I'm fine, actually. Actually, I'll move... Actually, I don't want to mess with my camera. Feels weird to say for a gently open the door moment, but the worst part about it is that it was set up previously already? Did I just not notice? Like in the next scene, I'm gonna see her hanging from a rope. I was stuck like this for like a good minute. The lips are still open. I don't know if you could hear me say that. It was a bit it was a bit didn't sound like English to me at least. But I said her eyes are still open. I was freaked out by the fact that her eyes were still open. So yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that's a detail. real shit. Okay. Let's get back to actual gameplay after a sip of tea. Okay. Right, we just finished reading this poem. Please don't jump scare me. Please don't jump scare me. Okay. What happens if I try and pick one that has to do with Sayori? Nope, that was for Yuri. Are there even any for Sayori at this point? No. Death wasn't for Yuri before. Death was for Sayori. It was set up prior on Sunday in game. There she's alive, but depressed is where you first... I didn't even notice! Oh my god, I didn't even notice. What does that say about me, huh? Yep, hers got spread out the other two. You said you didn't notice, but you were scared of this exact thing last week? Yeah, I was worried that the scene where she opens up about her depression was the I gently opened the door moment, but I still somehow didn't know, or didn't think to look in her room. I guess I was more focused on reading the text. Also, the way that I said, I'm worried that I'm going to go to the next slide after I gently open the door, and she's gonna be hanging from the rope, and I was right. It literally could have been anything else. It could have been, like, a gun, or slit wrists, or anything like that. But sense of security from having it happen before, I guess. I don't know what that really means. The way I read this as the French word for perfect and not the treat. I'm still not going for Natsuki. I don't really like her. Like, you thought they wouldn't follow through, so previously you opened the door and she was fine. Then Natsuki You know it. I just don't really like her as much as I like Yuri. Also, Because most of this is just the same dialogue from before, I'm just gonna, like, blitz through it. Hi again, Clay. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Clay. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Usually, I mean, most of it is. I'll know. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. If you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. That's... Wait. Yuri is bigger than everyone else. Or has that always just been like that? The key changed. I didn't even notice that it was a key or like a key or two up in pitch before. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plows back into her seat. I'm sorry, Clay. We'll make... Oh my god, wait! I just noticed! The classroom is off-kilter. Kilter? Off-center. It's tilted. Monica is saying Sayori's lines, FY. That's true. Obviously, I remember the conversation happening before, but I guess I never really put it together that it was Sayori that was saying them at first. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything. I know it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. Even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. We could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. You. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Okay, so it wasn't just me. She was large. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm very curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. At the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just here rereading. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so. That's the book you gave me, right? Or that's the book you gave me, right? Also, is it just me or is her? Oh, oh, okay. I thought. I was just about to say, is it just me or is her eye layered weirdly over her hair? But I look up and it just keeps moving. How far will it go? Actually, I don't want to find out. I don't want to be jump scared. I wanted to reread some of it. Will it... Is it gonna move again? I can't tell if it's moving again. I don't think it is. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. That's so. What's the story about, anyway? Well... I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Was it always that book? Or did it change? But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. I feel like that wasn't the book before. Oh, she elaborated more here. Okay. Because I felt like I recognized Portrait of Markov, but what she was describing was not familiar to me at all. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Clay? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's like this kind of story. The kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. Stop there and let me correct it. I want to live a life from a new perspective. I should watch Jennifer's Body. I've never seen it. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... I kind of forget to pay attention. My whole body gets incredibly... So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. The literature club, after all. That's... Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? I wasn't even looking. I mean, I saw it for a split second, the glitch, but... Oh my god, I hate that! I hate that! It makes me physically recoil! Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. Not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. As if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of— What did that say? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Oh shit, I closed out of my stream manager. Shit. History. What did that say? Hold on, I'm just going back in my VOD. I was just bathing in the feeling of... Wait, let me slow this down so it doesn't... I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. Heat. Oh my god. I was bathing in the feeling of your body heat? Hold on a second. Let me get back in here. Where's my mouse? There it is. Wait, no, I can't see it on the screen. I could see it on my, Wait, it shows up on stream, but not on my actual screen. That's weird. Well, I guess I don't really need it right now. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. I'm like looking everywhere to see if there's anything different. Like, can we see Sayori's... like the shadow of Sayori's hanging body in the shadows of the... I don't like that I can't see my mouse. I guess it's something I'm gonna have to get used to. Wait. Oh my god. I fucked up. I forgot to turn off window capture on my TikTok live stream. Well, at least it looks like my my webcam was hiding the tab that has my personal email address on it with my dead name. So at least that didn't get leaked. Well, at least it looks like no one on TikTok is watching. Hey, my camera was hiding the tab, so we're fine. I'm fine, everything's fine. And from the looks of it, no one was watching the stream on TikTok. And TikTok lives don't save, so I'm fine. But I just had like an actual like scare, like real life scare. I thought I doxed myself on TikTok live stream. Rasami's gonna have a field day. I've been here for every time. Hi, Jack. Oh my god. Oh my god. I almost gave myself a heart attack, bro. Oh my god, she says that my presence causes doxing to happen. At this point, I can't even disagree. You're a curse. Let's just keep playing this damn game. Oh, there's my mouse. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri. Might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Hmm? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. This is different dialogue. She was a bit hesitant at first, but then when I explained it, she kind of took the compliment. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yeah, something. This is different. I don't remember her making this face ever. Also, that kind of looks like a creeper face back there. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Clay? Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing! Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then flip it back into my bag. Wow. It doesn't even let me... Like, I have a feeling it's not gonna let me choose Yuri anymore. Let's go Natsuki then. Did I? I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Did I skip over that dialogue by accident? That was such bad timing! Boris bacon soup? I got so confused by the phone notification. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Boris bacon soup, is that a Bendy and the Ink Machine reference? Like for a path I didn't choose. How recent was this path? Before you get, like, that'll determine if I want this spoiler or not. It's past already? Like, how much? Like, was it the one should have happened right now? Yeah, sure, go ahead. I'm fine. Oh my god. Oh my god, I feel a bit lightheaded, actually. But basically, if I I chose Natsuki, like, the first time around? Like, if I, like, the first time around... No, wait. But I did choose Natsuki. I'm confused. Like... Choose her for... But I chose... I'm so confused. What do you mean by that? I chose Natsuki over Monica and your poem was your... Oh... If my poem was more tailored to Natsuki and I chose Natsuki, the jump scare is worse. Okay. Oh. Okay, I see what you mean now. I thought you meant if you choose Natsuki between, like, reading your poem to Natsuki or Monica first. Oh my god. 1 cup of tea isn't enough. I thought I'll have a cup of tea with me so that my throat doesn't fucking die by the end of this stream. I need this to calm my nerves now. Damn. Her neck snaps, runs into the screen. And she mentioned something about stop hitting me? Oh god. Oh wait. I'm assuming the stop hitting me isn't about me. Oh my god. Okay. Play, if you're not going to take this clip seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Okay, it's the same one, right? Oh, I'm really worried about another jump scare. Yeah. Told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Yes, are you waiting for the next jump scare so I could scream? Is that what you want, you sadistic fuck? No, I'm kidding. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Yeah, she kind of has a little... It looks like she has a fang. That's cute. I mean, what else do we watch people play horror games for? Don't worry, okay, Ghost Zero. I was talking to one of my friends on the Purple app right now. I'm also, as you can see up here, I'm also live there. I wasn't calling you a sadistic fuck. I was calling someone in my other chat. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the way. I'm like, let me. Oh my god, I can't speak anymore. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh. You know what? This calls for Charles. This is Charles. He's waited and I love him. Sitting on my fucking headphones. Here. Oh my god. Okay. Hi, Clay. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. She's what now? She's always listening, eh? I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahaha! Don't worry, Clay. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Clay. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Ah, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? My follow timing was perfect, and by the way, yes, my name is from Bendy. Nice. Just Yes, Monica. I'm getting quite a few followers from playing Doki Doki. I've gotten more followers in the past couple of weeks than I have in the past year. I really wish I could play more games, but they cost money. Money that I don't have. Okay. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. White space. Or is it light space? It's one of the two. There's also a matter of a lot of the games that people would probably want to see me play. I've already watched people play them. I'm just constantly on the Doki category, and there's max 3 people. It's sad. Yeah, I saw when I was putting in the putting the game in the category for stream. I saw that there was a total of 7 viewers watching Doki Doki streams, and I was like, wow. Rough crowd, I guess. Or not rough crowd. I don't know what the phrase is. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Me as fuck. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. And you're big again. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. You still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. And this storm is so loud, it's calming TBH. I can't even tell if it's storming outside. I guess I could look at my phone and see what it says. It's only partly cloudy. Wait, I just saw something. Sorry, I'm just, I need to check something. What do I look for? Sorry, I mean, Sakta, from what I'm seeing. No? It's just says desktop and then a bunch of shit. Nothing, and my Steam name. Wait, what is my I don't often look at my, Steam account name. I mean, it's just like the not the username per se, but top left in settings. Hold on. Oh, I see, I see. I mean, it's just, I mean, the closest thing is my email address, but I don't think I have to worry about them leaking that, right? Okay. All right. I think we're fine. Sorry, I just needed to answer some DMs. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Okay. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Olin well, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Following my fears, I brandish my pen. We've had this one. So, what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. I wonder if that has something to do with the gameplay. Because she gave us a writing tip of the day that was basically like, if you don't like the way that your story is going, you can always just make a new save point and try again. Or basically saying that. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'm scared. Okay, let me get some more tea. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What's that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. Just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. That's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Asuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yep, it's the same one. Get some water now. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. It took a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Clay. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Clay. Me too. You. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my media. The music was distorted for a bit there. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. Clay did too. She used to say Sayori liked it. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Clay liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Clay appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Clay started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch! Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point! Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. This is not what they said before. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? She swore. Wait, this scene used to play as a goofy scene with corresponding... Going further because Sayori isn't good to defuse and Monica tried but failed. Right, that's true. I forgot that she was the one that diffused this argument. Now since she's... Yeah, go on. Let Clay hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Ah! Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me. I just noticed I was standing here. Hey! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Huh? Hold on. I wasn't able to read all of that. Can I go back in the VOD and look? Hold on. We put this on 0.25 speed. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Okay, so it was dialogue from before, but it was just in that text that made me think it was something different. I'm still gonna go with Yuri. Oh, and I can't, wait, I can't save. I can't save. I'm still gonna side with Yuri. Natsuki literally accused... Or, yeah, Natsuki literally accused Yuri of cutting herself. That's fucked up. Um... Hi, Monica. The queen. Hey, Clay. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. Probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Oh, trust me, I know. Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Didn't... I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it tomorrow. completely. Don't think she... Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. She keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I just... I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Clay. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? Sorry for causing trouble. But I... That fucking note, bro. What is that? It's just, let's just keep doing things the way I usually... Oh. I don't know why, but it just feels like it takes longer for me to do these now than it did before. Even though it's easier for me to pick stuff relating to Yuri. There's still a good chunk of this game left, right? I want to be able to do probably like 1 or 2 more streams with this game. I don't know if this would be a good stopping point, though. I might do it anyway because it is 10 p.m. and I just wanna chill for the rest of the night. Wait, let me check something. Wait 1 second, I'm just checking something. Yeah, sorry. I might have too many emotes. It's okay. I'm subscribed to a few channels on here and I have quite a few myself. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. All of these jump scares have I can't function anymore. I just want to relax for the rest of the night. And so I think that's gonna be my stream. I can't even speak. So thank y'all for watching. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. If y'all want to check out my my Discord server, it's in my link tree. We do movie nights every Sunday. I don't know what we're doing this week yet because the poll What does the poll say so far? But, after this week, we're gonna start watching Christmas movies. So that's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, it's between Castle in the Sky and The Boy and the Heron. So whatever movie wins, we watch that tomorrow. And then we do Christmas movies all throughout all of December, and then we'd watch The Boy and the Heron. Or not the boy, we'd watch the other thing in January. Also, I think my YouTube channel is in there as well, my link tree. I've uploaded 2 episodes, or 2 videos of me reacting to episodes 1 and 2 of Moon Knight. If you like Moon Knight, you should watch those. Apologies, I don't normally do my outros like this. I just, I can't function. Also, I hope the music wasn't too loud. I was messing around with the audio mixer in OBS for recording for my YouTube videos. Realistically, I should have just probably turned down the music, or turned down the things I was watching. I guess I'll find out when I look at the VOD. Alright, y'all. Who's live right now? Who can I... Is there anyone live that I can raid into? My god. I'll just let y'all go. Alright. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, rest of your night, whatever the fuck time zone it is for you. And I will see you on Wednesday for probably more hardcore Minecraft. I'm going to be building a Christmas tree. Alright. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.